Howdy, folks. Oh, I seem to have dropped Mr. Williams. He'll probably come back in there in a second. Let's see if you can hear me. That's the first thing. Give us a thumbs up there. Ching's got all the thumbs. Excellent. The more thumbs, the better. So good to see you, folks. Wednesday. It feels so strange. I'm used to being here on the Mondays. Okay, Wednesday. It's a new deal. How you been? Etna's there. Saul's there. Maeve's there. So I am. Hopefully, we'll get Mr. Williams back into his black box. And things will be good in a moment. 2 seconds. Let me get Sam in here. Okay. So hopefully you're well. We have a few things planned today. I want to focus on 1 or 2 kicks in particular through our kicking combinations. I want to use some of the hand techniques as part of our warm-up like we have in the past. So very much a revision. I'll get Tarnesh in here. We'll chat to him too. So very much a revision with some of the hand techniques to try and make them feel comfortable, easy to do. Oh, Jamie was gone on tech support by the looks of it. So just to make them feel a little bit easier, and we want to challenge your rhythm with some of them. So a few of the hand techniques with some challenging rhythm, we'll see how we go with those. So let's get started. Throw a bow in there. Chadit, Sabnimge, Kyungye, take 1. Okay, folks, let's make a start with it. So I want you to start. You're back there, yeah?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. Bit of tech support.
Yeah, I don't know if it, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I should be back there in 1 second.
We saw Jess briefly there, so she did exist. So we'll see how it goes from there. So here's what we're going to start with, folks. I want to work on some timing issues just to begin with. So we're going to aim dead center with a punch. I want you to use your back. Actually, I'll use there. I want you to use your offhand. So if you're right-handed, use your left hand. Left-handed, use your right hand. And we're going to do raise, drop. So we're repeating only on the one side. I want you to just do 12. Going slightly faster each time, but really extending, drop, drop. Just 12. C-Jack. Let's give it a go. And hitting the center line each time. Yeah, it's left, 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 or if you're left-handed, it's right, 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 right. Let's see. Ching, you're left-handed. I never knew. There you go. All right, folks. Good. When we get to the end of the 12, I want you to do the other side, but only 10. So on your good side, we're just going to do 10. So here. And really extending it. I want to spare myself that shoulder. Let's go. So only 10. Let's have a look. So we need full extension. So Maeve, you've a long way to go. Get that full extension on the other side each time. As you raise, fully extend and drop. That's it. Watch for little things like this. So we shouldn't have 1, 2. It should be moving at exactly the same time because the length of the movement on both sides is the same. So the hand that's going forward has the same length to move as the hand that's coming back. Should be easy enough to balance this one. Okay, as we go forward, once you go into walking stance, this time we're just doing low block, out of forearm low block. Again, weak hand or non-dominant hand first. And from here, all I'm looking for is how little can I pull my weight back to allow me to accelerate. And I want you to focus on how much both hands travel. It should be equal because it's going to be much easier to balance it. So just 8 times each side. Let's go. Start with your non-dominant side. Go on, let's see. Good. Not up and down, but back and forward. And the less you can move your foot, the better. Let's accelerate. Yeah. Okay, maybe we're looking for a little more contrast. So it shouldn't be. I want to see that accelerate. And then can we find a way to shorten, shorten, shorten? Okay, that's the concept. Jess, we found you. You're slightly in blue tone, but it's better than not seeing you at all. And so as we go from there, still warming up those shoulders, I want you to come to palm upward block in Dvit Balsugi. So starting palms down and fist loosely close to the front. And So we need to coordinate two hands that are not moving at the same speed. So this one is moving an awful lot more, small movement on the reaction hand, and then they speed up. So they're off balance. So we have to try and create some balance by having one move forward, the other move to the side, and then come here. So again, let's do 12 total, 6 each side. Go for it. Good. Finishing solar plexus. Go on, there we go. And definitely just thinking that line. There's my solar plexus, okay? So I have to finish on that line. I don't need to lean forward or anything like that. It just gives me some room to bring my hand up. All right, we're going X-fist pressing to invertical punch, continuous motion, okay? Start again, non-dominant side, but that's probably easier because you've practiced it in Tege. And what I'd like you to do is, we're gonna do 6 on that side, then 6 on the other. But the feeling, or what I'm really looking for is pinkies out, dropping down, relaxing, thumbs out, through. So we have, and we have that change of coordination. Let's do 6 right, 6 left. See, Jack. There we go. Good. For Ben, let's work on that smooth part in the bottom so that we don't get stuck. 1 and there, but smoothly through. A little bit, maybe less dip. There, yeah, nice. Good, Sam. Watch out for this, Sam. If your knuckles point down early, it means your shoulders are tight and your elbows are up. Keep the elbows down, the shoulders down, and the hands have loads of time to accelerate as they cross. And then my shoulders are down, my elbows are down, and here. Trying to keep loose throughout the shoulder, the whole movement. 1 and 2. Yeah, very good. And speaking of which, we're going to try one where it's difficult to keep the shoulders loose and relaxed. 1 or 2, but we'll see how we go. Still focusing upper body warm-up. We'll get to lower body in a second. Here we go. So we're going downward block and reverse knife hand rising block. So from here, the hands will come a little higher than the shoulder, but we're going to finish the blocking tool on solar plexus. And then we have the opposite side. So what we want is finish, relax, create the backward motion, and finish. And let's see how that goes. Just 4 on each side. Downward block, 1. Relax, 2. Downward block, relax, rising block. Good. The downward block is going to finish on solar plexus. Good.
So this one actually travels different to the last one.
It does. So pressing, downward, downward, this way, finishes on solar plexus. Pressing, this way, finishes at lower abdomen. So cross that umbilicus. So here's the thing. Now, yes, that's nice, Sam. Good. We want to continue and flow through it, okay? So let's see. We're going to go with, I'll actually just skip around. I'll come back to that style of movement in just a second. But what I'd like to do is a little bit of double stepping. And so we're going to take the palm hooking block and the slide to the knife hand low guarding block. So we're going to be doing step and palm hooking block. Can be high because we're doing Kwange, right? And then back and slide. So the bits that we're looking for are soft, up, down, down, up, finish. So make sure you have room to do it. Just work both sides. Let's see how it feels. Get in 8. 8 total. Let's go. So that 1, and then the other side. Etc.
That's it, Taryn. I should make sure the body position on the palm hooking block, it is still half facing. So half facing. There you go. Yeah. Good.
Good try.
So I'll make sure the other hand gets right back on the hip. You kind of, it's open and it's not getting all the way back. So squeeze it tight and all the way back on the hip.
Good, good, good. Okay. So hold up there. So the last one of these hand techniques that I want to work on is going to be a pressing block into an X knife hand rising block. So from here. And so the challenge here in this one for the third degrees and so on is to keep the hands in continuous motion or in constant motion. It is continuous motion. So pressing, relax. I have to let my hands relax here and up. So we have 1, relax, 2. And we finish cross just above the forehead this way. Press, relax, up. Let's try that one 8 times. C-Jack. 1, yes. Yeah, we got to create that. And the hands, a little separation and room to drive.
Yeah, so remember, we're not going to downward now. So this has to travel straight down because we're pressing on the first one. Yeah, not bad, Ching.
Okay. Good stuff. And freeze there. So we're going to move on to the lower half and do a few combinations and get the kicks going again. So this time, lunges, lock the hands, squeeze the biceps into the hands to the ceiling, and we're just going to do 20 lunges, stepping right and left in your own time. If you want a bit of variety, you can start stepping backwards with your lunges, but definitely not dropping the trunk forwards. That's not in our scope of work today. Tall, press to the ceiling, hold it upright the whole time. Good, keep it up. Excellent. So then we're going to go feet reasonably wide, toes pointed out, and we're going for 12 Cossacks, 6 right, 6 left. So we're going all the way to one side, all the way to the other side, trying to get lower as we go.
That's it. Make sure just the leg you're sitting over stays flat. That foot stays flat.
Good. Feet just wider than double shoulder width. Bent knees, press wide. Going right and left. Press the hands to the floor, completely straighten the legs. Hips back for now. We're going to hold for 10 and then we'll increase the stretch. And elbows down. Go a little wider if you need to, or just push the hips back until the elbows touch the floor. A little wider again. Hands to the front. We want to go on the ball of the foot one side. Heel the other side. Drop the hip to the floor. So we're tall if we can. Hip is down towards the floor. And reverse the position. Come back through the middle ball of the foot on that side. Staying tall. Drop the hip to the floor. Come back through the middle and get your hips behind and toes to the ceiling. And to the center, elbows down. shoulders a little bit, back a little bit, and let's walk back to the floor. Squeezing, so we're looking to squeeze the hamstrings, drive, well, actually the quads, drive the heels down, hard as you can, 8 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax, go a little forward. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax, go a little forward. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax, go a little forward. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come tall. Go to one side to bring the hand over and reach. 1, 2, 3. You can grab the foot and pull. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. And one more time. Other side. Let's reach a little further. And come back. And from there, leaning back, pull the feet close together, hug in the knees. Okay, right, let's get up. So for the kicking, I want to work today a little bit on a couple of challenges around reverse turning kick. And we'll do some of the slow ones first because our legs are going to be flexible, maybe after the stretching, but definitely heavy and not coordinated. So we're going to go some of the slow ones first. Then we're going to build into some of the nice fast ones as we go. The first thing I want to do, building the height as you go, slow motion, reverse turning kick, turning 180 like the green tags do, but we're going to gradually build the height. If you're at black belt, I'd like you to finish with a closing of the hip as in Juche, okay? For everyone else, I'd like you to finish with a completely extended leg. In your own time, let's get 6 each leg. 3 to 4 second count on the rotation. Let's go.
Straight leg ching. Straight leg start to finish and a slow hook. It doesn't snap. So lock that leg straight and a slow hook at the end. So Sam, try and keep your head up taller. So if you lie back, it's going to be hard because that's going to pull the body and so it'll pull the leg. And also your hands. You don't want your hands to move a lot. There you go. That one was better. Maybe that was your good leg. Not bad, Etna, yeah.
All allowed a good leg.
You're even allowed 2 of them.
There we go. He's got it. Makes for good radio. Get after it. Excellent.
That's it. It's all good. Nice and slow.
Go on, mate. Good effort. Yeah, 6 each leg. It'll start to wear out a little.
That's it. Squeezing the hands and the whole body through the core.
Good, good, good.
Not bad, Tarnish. That's it.
Good effort, Etna. Good, Sam. Holding that heel the whole way. Good, Sol. Okay. We're getting there. These ones, Sol, can be careful and not take off all of the ornaments. Good stuff. Okay, so here's the next part. Okay, so we're still thinking relatively slowly. We're going to build a height with this one. I want to go 45 degrees with the single kick. And so we're going to go from L stance reverse punch for this one. Okay, we're turning and down, and down. And we can start anywhere from hip height, or even a little below, and build it a little bit only when we can add some speed. So we can go quite gently in the beginning, and then we gradually add speed. So I'd like you to do 12 of them. That's 6 each leg, building speed, not height, okay? Speed, not height. Good effort, let's have a look. Good, good. Yeah, watch out for the toes going up there. Point the heel, lift and turn, and gradually we'll add the speed. But it must be straight leg, start to finish. It's a chance to work on the mechanics of it.
Back, the opposite direction. Yeah.
We're low in our stance. We pivot the heel, pointing over there, 45 degrees. Lift, swing, create tension. Yeah, and we can, by going from slow to faster, we can start to time where the tension comes in. Good effort, Ben. And you'll know when you're pushing the edges of it and the hip, boom, kind of pushes out of it. You'll know, but that's okay. We can find that position. We've got to chase it. Good. And then as we build up that speed, still keeping the height, we want to see, can we get that lift and get to the position in one smooth movement and see how it feels. Good efforts. I like that. Good, Ben. Go on. Completely extend the leg. So that feeling of lift and swing to target. Okay. Now, Saul might have to be a little careful. Sing and Etna might have to take turns a bit here. I'm looking for the 360 kick, okay, rather than going higher, 360 kick, but we need to make sure that we pull aggressively through the hip, no higher than solar plexus, and this is going to be a bit weird. So I'm adjusting my front foot, and I want to come back to here. So there is no goal around stopping this. So maybe Etna does 4, Ching does 4, alternate over back, but I don't want any effort at stopping the trajectory of this kick. The only goal is to have the foot travel through at about solar plexus height, leading with the heel, as flat as possible. And everything else is about pivot, wind up, unleash, and recover. If you go too far, you go too far, no problem. But with complete and utter conviction to go through a board, a target, or whatever you have at that particular point here, that will kill it. I need to go better than here. Let's go. Again, 6 each leg. Get into it. Ooh, that has some nice viciousness in it, Ben. I quite like how that looks. Go on, Tarnesh. Tarnesh is being a little careful at the end. Maybe he's worried about hitting the countertop there now or something. Yeah. Oh, Ching, no hook. No hook. Jess is kind of stuck for space there. This is a tricky one. So if you're stuck for space, I'll accept a reverse hook kick, but the goal is definitely to attack, even if it's only solar plexus, with the heel driving through. Very little flex. After you impact on the target, boom, you can obviously soften the knee as you return home. But just thinking about posture, pivot, and kill. Okay? Good effort.
Yeah, nice Tarnesh, that's it.
Oh, good, Etna. Come on. Let me see another one of those. Etna, no, one more. That was too good. You can't do just one like that.
That one was slow slam, Sam. Throw it.
But I think if it looks like this, and then it doesn't get there, that means the foot has grips on the floor. We want to stay ball of the foot to let it come the whole way. So this is the part where it's a little bit different. I want you to do hip height again. Jump, turn 180, and we're going to land it. Okay? So we're doing this one. So this is starting to build towards the juche kicking, okay? The dodging reverse turning kick and juche. I only want you to go up and down, and I want you to see if maybe very slightly backwards, just so that the body leans this way rather than the first one I did, which was here, and pulls me off. So let's try and get the body squared off so that we're going directly backwards, tilting, and finishing here. So let's try that, just for each leg. Jump, land, here. Slightly backward motion if you need it. I went too far, but that's the idea. I went not far enough. There's a sweet spot in there somewhere. Good effort. Yeah, figuring out how high, how far, how fast. That's the goal here. And if I jump too high, it's hard to land this because then the hip bounces. I want to almost just swap the feet and get there. Okay, relax. If you have space for it, let's go to this one again. Let's try 5 each side, but we want to go 360. We're not going to stop. So we have the jump and we land. Now, it is straight leg start to finish. This isn't a reverse hooking kick. This isn't sparring style. We want to do straight leg start to finish. So we have to be a bit more aggressive with our hip to bring it back to here. But that's what I'd like to see. Again, it doesn't have to be any higher than the hip. Go solar plexus or shoulder if you're feeling it. But other than that, let's see how we go. If you're stuck for space, you can go 180. Okay, that's okay. But we'll try 360. But the 180 is okay if you're stuck for space. Let's see. Good, good, good. That's nice, Etna. Go on, Maeve. Commit to the jump.
Good speed there.
Commit to the jump. Good, Maeve. I just think there's more jump in you. If you come down too early, the kick stops too early. We got to give ourselves time to get here and travel through. Give ourselves time. Not bad. Now, Sam, don't try and hold it. This one we want to return to the floor. So go the whole way through 360 degrees, and then we can find our way to the floor. We have that. And back to the floor. Good effort, Shane. Oh, gotta be brave there, Tarnish, I think. Yeah, finding the space. All right, here's the deal. Now I want to take it back to the ground. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better with this kick at the moment. We're going Banded Chagi, slow motion, solar plexus, shoulder, head, whatever your particular skill range is. 2 different finishes. For all the color belts, I want you to finish the reverse turning kick and then side piercing kick directly. So you didn't get it, don't worry. I want you to finish directly with the side kick afterwards, okay? For the higher grades, the black belts, I want you to go to the hook in the slow motion, okay? But what I'd like you to do is start the kick. Let's start the kick with the side kick as in juche. So we're going to go to one side, we're going to pivot, and we'll close it. Okay, so let's have 4 for all of the black belts. Let's have 6 for all of the color belts. Okay, let's go. So the black belts are doing this one. That position, okay? We're trying to hold that position. Nice little constraint from Ariella Figueroa there as well with the gloves held between.
I liked that, good. I thought that was good, actually.
Yeah. I sent her a message on that. I did quite like it myself, so I was like, ooh. For anyone who missed that one, there's a lot of gloves, but the idea was there's just 2 gloves. And the idea being you have something in the package is probably a little bit easier actually, but you have something just there little bit like what we did previously with the bands, but it's to give you a little bit of a sense of how far apart the hands should be and something to keep a focus on as you go around. Nice, Ben. Improv. Here we go. Lift and turn. Yes, Jing. Jing, got to tell you, you're going to be doing the nasty black belt one, remember? Go on. So up here like this. We're going from the side piercing kick, rotating through the close. Good. Tarnish is going to finish. Yes, and if you're a color belt, the bit I do want to see from that one is that when you get to that position and you finish, there's a definite finish. We do stop completely before we go to the kick. Yes. Okay. Good. Hopefully we're about there. Now, last one of these, focus on the reverse turning kick. We're going 75 degrees as high as you go. So we're going, if it's your is solar plexus or belt height or head height, that's where you go. But we're going to finish it to a different angle. We're going to go finish at 75 degrees. And we want that same feel as you had with the belt height one at 45. So if I go a little higher, it's the same idea, but I can go turn a bit more to help me get to my stopping position. So I can swing for a little longer, let the leg come up a little bit. I bring my hands against it to get my stop. So still the same idea, pivot the front foot, focus on your lift, and find that spot where you can finish, okay? Let's just go 6 times each leg. Last one of these. Let's go. Good. Yeah. And sometimes we get it wrong. And it ends up being like 80 degrees or whatever, no big deal. Keep it going. Just don't go the whole way around.
Oh, nearly it now. Yeah, nearly. He nearly had it. Good speed though. Good speed to it. Just he nearly had the stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
no
speed
change. Big
is
pressure
the thing.
here.
Jess, that looked good.
Oh, not
Come on,
bad.
give me another one like that, Jess. I'm going to sneak in there. Good effort. I particularly like the posture, Jess. Yeah, it's quite tall. Good stuff, Ben. A little more extension, like drive the heel out there. But if the posture is quite tall, that really is going to add to this. But you got to work within your own kicking range, your own flexibility. But what I'd like in terms of practicing this, rather than necessarily what you do every time you do the patterns, pick the height, pick the target so that you can explode and get there in good speed. Practice controlling lots of speed, and then gradually we'll add to the height. Yeah. I cheated. Come on, try and get that right. Now, for the benefit, just in case anyone is doing it and they think they're doing great and they're not, for the benefit of anyone watching, if you've done competitive patterns, you'll know how the cheat goes for this one. So you bring your leg up bent a little bit, and as you straighten your leg, it gives you a little bit of a counter movement to act against. That's not technically correct. So we're trying to train for technically correct straight leg, start to finish. It's harder. But if there's a very slight bend and a lockout, you'll disguise it. It will help you improve the kick as you go. Okay, now I want to go back to a little bit of pattern. And this is where you all do different things. So everyone's going to go to a pattern of their current grade if they can. And you're going to do it in your box as segmented as it needs to be. So if you've take A and you do your first 6 movements, 3 right, 3 left, and you get to have 1 movement forward here, 1, 2, 3, bump, bump, and then you need to make some space to go to the next sequence, do that. If you have space, go for it. But we just want you to work your way in your own time through your grade pattern, or one of them for the black belts, and let's see how you go. For Ching and Etna, by all means, if you want to take turns on this one, we will be doing at least 2, okay? So let's see how we go. Etna has been volunteered, very generous of you, Ching. Okay, let's see how we go, folks. Find a little space, pick a pattern of your grade. Let's go. If you're not 100% sure of your grade, jump to the one before. But let's see. Okay. Pivot. Yeah. So for Etna, just make sure those two are eye height. So they're side front blocks. So eye height, shoulder line. The attack is coming slightly from the side front or the side front on that side. And when you're coming from the pressing into the side elbow thrust, follow the line of the back foot. So I want to make sure that wherever my back toes are pointing, I keep going in that direction and I pivot into it. Let's see. Ching, up you go. So anyone, if we haven't gotten to you, don't worry. Just go once again, same pattern or a different one for the black belts. Let's see how you get on.
So Sam, if you go back to the start there. Yeah, go back to the start. Okay, Jungun doesn't start that way. It starts in Moa Sugi B. So your feet are together. One hand in front of the other in front that way, yeah. Yeah, so go to the first movement. Go there, yeah, go.
Yes, one.
Okay, that's a middle reverse knife hand block.
That's good squeezing, Jess. Managed to find a way to get it in there.
Yeah, and the thumb pulled across. I don't know, sorry, you mightn't be able to see. Thumb pulled across.
And
then a front snap kick. Front snap kick.
Stuff, Ben.
Good, then.
I'm with you.
Oh, then you step forwards. So take a step forwards and have the palm upper block with the other hand. Yes. And then you repeat that. Then repeat that on the other side.
And that one is high. So their reverse knife hand is high. Yeah. And then
there you go.
U-shape, sweeping, and step. Yeah. Jump, turn. Good. Keeping the hands. Yeah. Step foot to foot and then into the elbow. Yes. And then step forward in sitting stance and you're going into the elbow. Good. Adjust. Yes. And good. Forearm guarding block. Yes. Shoulder width and knife and low guarding.
Okay, so Sam. Yeah. Sam from there. Go back to that
good.
punch.
Go back to stepping forward into Dwit Bal with the twin palm pressing. So stepping forward from here into Dwit Bal.
Right leg comes in.
Good.
The right leg and then step forward with your left leg into
yes,
a double forearm block.
No, so from here we have 1 and 2 facing your curtains basically. Yeah. So we have that 1 and 2. Hand. Then we're going to pivot 1 continuous motion 2 1 stamp.
Yeah, so
that's the 1.
And
Samuel.
Good. Then you just now the slow motion. Step forwards. Yeah.
Good stuff. And 1.
Okay. You got there.
Yeah. Down. Boom. Sweep. Surochagi. Boom. And boom. Boom.
You disappeared there for a few movements in that pattern.
That's all right. And they weren't that amazing anyway. Yeah.
Oh, just in case you couldn't see.
Good. Yeah, I think he has the end of that one anyway. Yeah. Good. Let's see, Tarnish. Good. 1 and try and coordinate the hands a little bit, Tarnish, with the back kick. So just as you're turning to the back kick, that the hands moving away this way a little bit, it just helps you keep that balance. But right idea, like the turning kick's fine here, just to help you keep the balance with it. Yeah. Step, drop, jump, pivot. Definitely for anyone on Chung Mu, I want to see those knees lift on the turn. It makes it so much easier. You won't miss as often. Good. Good, Jess. Yeah. Boom. squeezing in by the radiator. 1. Yeah. And chunk down. Boom. Yes. And knife hand. Yep. That's all right. And stamping. 1, 2. Stamp. Stamp knife hand. Okay. And we'll stop in just a second. 2. No stamps on these ones. Stepping back. Twin horizontal. Good luck fitting that one in. And neck height. Middle front kick. Neck height. Middle front kick. Double punch. Fast motion. Yeah. No sine wave stepping up. Boom. And when I say no sine wave, there is a little. You do relax into it. There's no drop. Relax, raise. Okay. Good stuff. Finish that pattern. Keep going. Don't worry about it. And then we're going to go for a little bit of leg conditioning or hip conditioning to finish. We want to be a little bit walking impaired after it. Nearly there, folks. Go ahead. Don't know if you started that way, Sam, but it's definitely the end of the pattern. I just don't know if you started facing that way. Okay, so folks, let's go to this one. So we're going to start with the fire hydrant position, but we're not going to do pumps the way we did. We're going to do a slightly different technique. So actually, I'll show you here. So the goal is we're going to raise behind the hip, over and drop. And we're taking a circular motion here. I want you to go once in each direction and change. And again, we're not touching the floor with the knee, but circling through. Try and spend the time on the top. We're going to do 12 circles on each side. Let's go. So we get started. 1. Really push to open the hip at the top of the circle. The opening point is at the top.
Yeah, just again, Sam, think about getting the knee high, not so much the foot. Try to see, can you get the knee higher? The foot just naturally follows. There you go, that's better.
And of course, the same on the opposite side.
Quite a few people I can't see as well. I actually only saw Sam there through the glass window.
All right, you just have to correct me, so...
I can see Tarnish there. He had no adjustment to the camera. That's it. Control that circle.
Okay, we'll go to this one next. When you're ready. Okay, so outside of the hips, burning a little bit. Let's go to the inside of the hip. So we're going to start with 2 legs, one on top of the other. I bring this one to the inside. I'm staying on my elbow. The goal here is lifting the bottom leg, even if I move this one a little more out of the way, whatever I need to. But I want to pulse the bottom leg. We're going for 30, 3-0. And the goal is as high as I can lift my straight leg here, 3-0. Go. All right. So when you're done with those, we're going to go some scissors. So the idea is lean back, take the weight in the abs. We want to try and keep the low back fairly flat to the floor. Okay, and we're going out, cross, out, cross. No big speed on this one. We're going to go to 30.
Yeah, just the lower back on the floor. So don't let the shoulders drop down while you're just lying down. Shouldn't be that easy.
No. Good effort. Okay. You need a tiny bit of space. I'm only worried about Ching and Etna on this one. We're going to just do some rock and rolls. So we're looking to turn from the back to the belly and to the back, rolling without touching our arms or legs to the floor. So we'll show you. So I'm starting here in a nice dish position, feet up, shoulders up. I'm going to cross my legs. Reach one arm over my head, no thighs on the ground, nice and slowly to this position. Reversing. Again, no shoulders, no legs on the ground, nice and slow. Other way. And back up. I only want you to do 4. Try it. Let's have a little look. So the idea is keep the shoulders off the ground. Good stuff. Keep the thighs off the ground as well. Go slow. Fast is easy. So hands will start over the head. We can begin by lifting one leg over the other.
There was a bit of cheating there. I saw it.
I'll do another one.
You died, Sam. That's it. Nice and controlled. Nice control the whole way across.
Bit fast there.
Yeah, so as you get to the end, you don't want to just fall over or fall onto your back. You want to smoothly roll.
Plenty of tension. Lengthen everything. You can do this without touching your thighs to the floor. I promise. If I see the legs going like, it's like, nah, something touched the ground there that shouldn't have. It was too easy. Practice that one. It's a really nice core awareness movement as well. Let's get in the feet and finish there, folks. We will be in touch. Again, apologies for the delay in getting the grading material out to the red belts and everyone in this group, the red tags, red belts, and so on. Just a couple of things didn't go my way over the last few days. We will get it to you very, very soon. And you will have until the end of March to finish everything. So please don't panic. Let's finish there. Chariot. Sabam Nimge. Kyungye. Tikwan. Thanks, folks. Well done. Good night. And we'll see you on Monday after a wonderful weekend of COVID avoidance.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye, Ching.